I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Financial advisors don't make a lot of money. The advisors that make all of the money are those that sell insurance-based products, they might sell annuities, or really high commission-based products. The rest of us advisors make money by making your retirement accounts grow so that you get to your goals. Well, one way that advisors try to make a little extra money is by creating a financial plan for their customers. And they're not cheap. They charge you for this financial plan. I mean, I know some trial lawyers that charge less money than some financial advisors. The worst part is that if you're a younger investor, I could tell you in 5 minutes or less exactly what it is that you should be doing. So today we're gonna try to do that. Okay, the first thing you need to do is pay down your debts if you have them. Now notice I didn't say pay off your debts. I'm not one of those believers that thinks you have to have zero debt all of the time. If you want to, then great. But the first thing we have to do is start paying down your debts. Now specifically, the first thing you want to do is start paying down your credit card debts. Now I made a great video on this, which I'll put a link in the description, about paying credit cards first. There's a reason why every financial guru on the planet tells you to start paying for your credit cards first before any other type of debt. And it's not because they have the highest interest rate. So be sure to check that out below. Okay, the next thing, and you don't need to pay somebody for this, is when you're focusing on paying down your credit cards, start with the one with the highest interest rate. It only makes sense, right? You're gonna pay the most there if you let that go. So start at the top, work your way down to the lower interest rate cards. From there, you're gonna wanna move on to your student loans. Now this one always comes second. If you can consolidate those student loans and get a lower rate, then make that adjustment first before starting to aggressively pay them down. Okay, after paying down some of your credit cards and student loans, the next thing to do is to take some of that money you're saving and focus on your health insurance and car insurance. Don't skimp out on these. For car insurance, when you're shopping around, one little side tip here, make sure that you're buying car insurance that actually covers the replacement value of your vehicle if it's completely lost or totaled or whatever, and not the actual cash value. For health insurance, start by focusing on the deductible. Know what your deductible is. Most people just want the lowest payment that they can get, and then they realize later that their deductible is thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dollars. That can really hurt, so really take a look at the deductible that you're comfortable with paying should you have to go to the emergency room or get in some kind of an accident. Just check that out. Okay, the next thing you'll want to do is start paying down your cars, right? Now, I don't care if you want to skip this one and just pay whatever the payment is on your car, as long as you're driving a reasonable car for your current income. If it's not a reasonable car and it's a $70,000 truck, when you don't make enough to pay for a $70,000 truck, then let's go down to a smaller car and just bite the bullet, man. Okay, as we go along this financial plan, you're gonna have to stop spending so much money on crap. I mean, you're probably on Uber Eats right now sending food to your house. Cook at home every once in a while. If you recently bought a house, don't be in a rush to pay that off either. Everyone wants to pay their house off for some reason. If you just bought a house, then you know that you pay the interest basically all up front in the front part of that loan. Well, you also get to take that off of your taxes. So if you're in a rush to start paying off your house, you're gonna get less of a tax credit, and that may not be beneficial to you. If you don't care, then certainly start paying off your house. Okay, this is all pretty much common sense, right? You can see why I say you don't have to pay someone to make common sense decisions for you. But the next one that gets a little more complicated is saving for retirement. Now, when you get to this point and you want to start focusing on saving for retirement, you need to do it. Then the first place you want to start is at work. Does your work offer a 401k that maybe they'll match any contributions that you put in there? If so, then you have to start there. Now, if you don't have that 401k at work, or you just don't get any match for your contributions and you want to do something else, that's where you'll open an IRA or Roth IRA. I hope you'll give me a shot. I'd be more than happy to help you with that. When you get older, that's when you really need to focus on paying someone, an actual professional, to make a good, solid financial plan for you. You're gonna have to ask questions like, when should I take my Social Security, right? If it's still around. You're gonna have estate planning in there, long-term care insurance. All of these things become really important as you get older. But as you're in the younger part of your life, you don't need to pay for a financial plan that's just common sense. For now, this is basically everything you need to know. Just a little common sense, and think about where your money is actually going. One last thing. I know they probably didn't teach you this in school, but your bank offers something called a savings account. Now that's where you put money that you're not using right now in the event that there's a rainy day one day and you have to spend it on some emergency. Give it a shot. Well, hey, at Jazz Wealth, we want to manage your retirement accounts. We don't want to charge you to give you some common sense advice. All of our advice to our clients is complimentary. So if you'd like to give us a shot, head on over to jazzwealth.com, click on the Invest Now button. You'll see a quick little form that you fill out. I will follow up with you personally to help get your account open or transferred. If you have more questions, of course, you can send us an email or you can contact me directly anytime at